Few things are as devastating for a passionate relationship as the need for control or being in control. We want to control our own partner and our surroundings, and often we do it unconsciously or we do it consciously. No matter which, there is an interplay between control and trust which we might not think of. And if there is a high level of trust, we don't need that much control. But if the trust is low, we tend to need to engage more into controlling activities and behavior. And on the other hand, if we put a lot of energy into control, we tend to bring trust down. And in an intimate relationship, we can say we bring the passion down, we bring the free flow of love down. And why do we need to be in control? A lot of times it is, I would say pretty much every time, it's about fear. We're afraid of what will happen if we don't control things, or the fear comes from feeling a threat towards our self-image, that we cannot be as we imagine ourselves if we don't use this level of control, or there is a threat towards our needs being met. If we're afraid our needs will not be met, we'll find this way of sort of getting them met by controlling our partner. It's like we put effort into, if we have a control room within ourselves where we are the masters of our emotions, and we instead we become totally engaged in taking control, hijacking our partner's control room, controlling, directing them. There's a few perspectives on this. One is that, if, for example, in Stephen Covey's wonderful book, 7 Habits of Highly Effective People, he talks about that highly effective people who get a lot done without putting so much effort or draining effort into it, they tend to focus on things they can influence. They do not put that much effort into things which they cannot influence. And trying to influence your partner is sometimes like banging your head against a concrete wall, just about as effective and painful as well. So putting instead your focus on yourself and the things you can really influence. Because you can spend a lifetime trying to control and influence your partner, and all it will do is it will drain the trust and the passion and lead to a divorce or whatever. You need to stay in your control room, take control of yourself if you're going to control anything. And that goes with Stephen Covey as well in his book about influence, that put your efforts into that which you can influence. In debriefing, emotional debriefing, there's a concept called locus of control, which says that people who believe that the control of their life is within them, not out there somewhere, they don't have to try to put it out there somewhere, they tend to handle crisis better. So keeping your control center within yourself, focus on that. And think of it as well, like I said before, the interplay between trust and control, and letting go, create that free flow of love instead of just getting engaged in controlling your partner and putting up this framework for what he or she can do. I have done that at times and seen it's so ineffective in the long run, and it kind of fools me of the things that I'm trying, that I want in life, the love, the joy, those things. Control can be like a disease which really brings those down. So a question that I sometimes get is, well, how can I change this? If I have this controlling behavior, how can I change it? I would say one of them is to change your focus. And one way to change your focus is to use the power of questions. And the power of questions means that you can ask, for example, when your partner does something that just kind of makes you go insane, sort of, because it's just so against how you would do it. It's not really threatful to anyone except maybe your own thoughts about yourselves. It's not hurtful to your kids if you have kids, or your relationship. It's just this thing you have in your mind. It's to ask yourselves questions, because questions are really powerful. They guide us, they guide our mind. And to say, what's good about this? What's good about my partner driving the car this way, or cleaning this way, or handling our money this way? What's good about it? Or if that feels like too far of a reach, ask yourself, what could be good about this? If you can't really get yourself to see this, What could be good about this? Imagine a little bit. So use the power of questions. That has sure been helpful to me. I've seen people around me get the help of questions to get you more free. Sometimes you might be controlling, but to get yourself free of always being that controlling person who drains the passion and the trust from the relationship. Use the power of questions, become conscious, and of course, make a decision. Be honest about yourself that you are being controlling at times, and then make a decision to make a change. Use questions as a tool to help you.